Now that we understand the parts of a division question, we need to think about, well, how to do one. So let's start with one that's really, really basic. Let's look at 10 divided by 2. And of course we know the answer is 5. So we can think about that like taking 10 circles and dividing them into 2 groups. And we'll have 5 in each group. We can write that this way. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Or if we want to look at it in the way that helps us do long division, we look at it like this. We know that in fractions, the 2 has worn the hat here. So when we do long division, the 2 already had its chance to wear the hat, so the 2 gets to go outside and the 10 has to wear the hat. So when I look at this, I go, 2 times what gives me 10? And I can find that 2 times 5 gives me 10. So to finish this off, I go 2 times 5, and then I write a 10 underneath and subtract and end up with 0 remainder. Now, this one's pretty simple, but what if it was a little more complicated? What if we do 2 divided by 11? Now we have 11 circles. And clearly, we can't separate these easily into 2 groups. We're going to have 2 groups and this 11th one set aside. So in order to do long division for this, we have to figure out what to do with that. So over here we have 2 divided into 11. Well, we know that 2 times 5 is pretty close to 11. It gives us 10. So I go 2 times 5, and then down below I write my 10. I subtract, and I end up with a 1. I could stop there, because that would be a remainder of 1. And in the past, you might have been asked to do that. You might have had 5, remainder 1, you write R1, something like that. But we're not going to stop there this time. We have this 1 left over that we have to figure out what to do with. So I'm going to put a decimal here and a 0. And since I put a decimal in our division, I'm going to follow it through and put it up the top as well. Now I have a 0 I can pull down. Now if I make 2 groups with a total of 10 things, I'll end up with 5 in each group. And 2 times 5 is exactly 10. I can subtract that and I end up with a 0 remainder. So that means that it's 5 decimal 5, which means that I'm separating this last part of this, which means that I'm separating this last circle into 2 so that it fits evenly, and now I can circle that and have half of it in each one of my groups.